Dear Cheri, can you use a water bath canner to infuse cannabis butter and cannabis oil in jars? Thanks. Well, the short answer to that is yes. Before I get to the longer answer, though, I just want to remind everybody to hit that YouTube subscribe button and notification bell because I try to upload new videos every Wednesday. And hit that like button, too, if you get value out of my videos. That's doing me a huge favor because it helps us be seen in YouTube's algorithms. Okay, the question was, can you use a water bath canner to infuse cannabis butter and cannabis oil or any kind of cannabis infusion actually in jars? And the answer is absolutely yes. A water bath canner is just a larger version of the mason jar infusion method that I have on my website and that I've talked about before. I'll put a link in the comments to the instructions for that. But basically what you're doing is you are putting your butter or oil and your cannabis in a mason jar and you're setting that in a pot of boiling water. The only difference with a water bath canner, if you happen to have this gadget, and you certainly don't need to get one, is that it has a rack that makes it easy to take the jars in and out of the boiling water, and it holds them slightly off the bottom of the pot. So in my mason jar infusion method, I tell you to put a kitchen towel on the bottom to help shield the glass from the direct heat. In a water bath canner, it has a rack that's keeping the jars off, so you don't have to bother with this. Another advantage if you want to use a water bath canner, and these are used for canning things like tomato sauce or your garden vegetables and things like that, is that they hold usually 6 jars, I believe, at once. So you could make a bunch of different infusions in 6 different jars at once in a water bath canner, should you choose to do so or you need to do so. So that is an advantage of that. I do want to put in one caveat. When we're talking about a water bath canner, we are not talking about a pressure canner. That is something entirely different. I would not infuse in a pressure canner. That's a pretty sophisticated piece of kitchen equipment and a pretty expensive one too, that's used for canning things like eggs and meats and things that are lower in acid. Water bath canners typically are used for canning high acid foods. But in this case, we're going to use them to infuse cannabis butter and oil. And if you have this gadget, sure, it's a great way to put it to use. Hope this helps. See y'all next time. Eat your weed.